She call me Mr. Bombastic, tell me fantastic. Touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Roll.
Hello everyone, boys and girls. I am your host, Big Bad Thad, and welcome once again to another exciting episode of the Elder God Podcast. Hello, our 6 fans. Now, this episode, we're going to do a little smaller episode. Today, we're doing things a little differently. The last episode, we had a mess. So this episode is only going to be me and my co-host, Big Sal. And yes, we are together, but don't worry, we're taking safety precautions. We are 6 feet apart. We have our mask on, right, Big Sal?
Hey, pass me the microphone.
Oh yeah, 1 second, man.
Welcome, everybody. I know everybody's been waiting for this podcast, the return of a shorter podcast.
Yes, last episode was a little crazy. I apologize. It was 2 hours and a half. This one we're going to hopefully is less than an hour. We'll see what happens, though.
I'm going to say it now. It's going to be a banger.
This one's going to be a banger because this week's Elder God is boom, Biggie Cheese. Classic right there.
Biggie Cheese is the man.
The man.
Some might say the only man.
Yes. So we did want to address some things in the last podcast. One, we wanted to go over our steak dinner bet. Cause we're pretty sure no one listened to the last one. So in episode 4, the steak dinner, me and Big Sal had an argument over Popeyes and Subway. If a certain location, were they together? I was a poopy head. I was wrong. Took advantage of my confusion. But what happened later that day...
I won the bet, by the way.
You won the bet, obviously.
I had a steak dinner, fribble, baked potato, all the veggies.
But then this guy, we went to Walmart.
We can't say where.
And we saw an Office Pop display. And if you go in the last episode, you can tell I casually took it.
I challenged him. I said, if you can take this box out of the store without anyone saying anything to you, steak dinner's off.
And I did it.
And this guy... nonchalant, took everything off, walked right out. No one even batted an eye.
Originally, I was just going to do it because, you're my pal, but you mentioned no steak dinners, so we had to shake it up a little bit. This is episode 7, as we mentioned. First odd number with no Tony franchise, not counting the first one, but I think we can do it without him.
Yeah. He's listening right now. He probably has more fun listening than he does on this podcast.
He's one of our 6 fans previously mentioned. And now, if you are watching the YouTube version and you've been a fan for a while, like Tony, you're going to notice some changes here. We are proud to announce, we promised it the first episode, but it's episode 7, we finally got it. We finally have our logo.
Being revealed to the public as we speak.
As we speak, it's being revealed. We have a nice font, which I believe is Sunset Boulevard, on a nice blue background, very nice. And in the middle is our friend. He doesn't have a name. He is a cloud with sunglasses and the smirk. No name yet.
We're going to ask the fans, all 6 of you, to submit ideas, any suggestions for the name of our cloud in the logo, which is going to be our mascot.
That is our mascot, Mr. Cloud so far. We'll call him as Mr. C for now.
So the official colors of the Elder God podcast are blue and orange.
Blue and orange.
This isn't the Mets, this isn't the Islanders, but this is the Elder God podcast. Also, the cloud encompasses what an elder god is.
Heaven.
A high figure in our lives and in yours now as fans.
We also want to mention that, starting now, this podcast is now available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Now, we did promise that also in episode 1. It took some time, but we got it.
And make sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms. Subscribe.
Check them all out. Follow, subscribe. Give me a handy. You got it, man.
Oh.
Now, second off, I just want to mention the logo was done. We mentioned in the previous episode, but it's done by Jinjo Juice on Instagram. Definitely give him a follow. Link will be in the YouTube description.
Thank you for helping us out with that.
You know what? Speaking of which...
He's also a fan of the podcast.
We're going to pay him right now for this podcast. Logo, excuse me. We have my Venmo right here. Something cool about Venmo is you can see what other people paid up each other for. So I can see Jacob Batista... He got a payment from his girlfriend saying something about trees. I don't know what that's about. Interesting. And I can also...
Tim's eating sushi.
Tim's eating sushi. I see some Tim's eating sushi. And we're going to go search up Ryan right here. Mr. Ryan.
He was in podcast 6.
Great, man. Ryan, I am paying you right now. Pay...
Undisclosed amount.
Undisclosed amount. It is Triple digits, though. That's how rich we are, boys. What's it for? I'm going to say...
The cloud.
I'm going to say subscribe to Elder God. I'm going to plug my podcast. So everyone watching on Venmo, you're going to see this and be like, what's the Elder God podcast? I got to check it out.
I also want to point out that the sunglasses in the cloud represent us because we always wear sunglasses when we record these.
With our mask on.
Yes. 6 feet apart.
I'm just going to post a chicken because that came up. I was typing a little GIF came up for Venmo with the chicken. I don't know what that's about, but...
I could use some Chick-fil-A right now.
Wait a second. My apologies, fellas. My old debit card here. I gotta add my bank card.
We have to add the Elder God podcast debit card, the company card. You want to send us cash? You can send us cash too.
Yeah, feel free to send us cash with our Patreon.
That's also in the works.
Let's do this.
Tony, open up your wallet.
All right. Sorry about this, fellas, but I got a new credit card because the people at People United suck. So I'm gonna have to just put my card in real quick. Just 1 second. Number 6105432. Security code 856. Expiration 925. Zip code 02221. Let's make sure that's right. All right. Mr. Duquette, sorry for the delay. Your money's coming. I'm going to get it right now.
6 figures.
And we believe he is with Mr. Kevin Cruz right now. Mr. Kev. So we should find out shortly.
Kev is only in the even episodes.
Little thing we have going on right now. Yep, so that's our logo. We're going to be seeing that from now on, remember?
Enjoy it. Give us your thoughts.
Give us
It's not going to change because of whatever you say, but some people just like to complain. All right, let's jump into... I think this is everyone's favorite segment, maybe. I think it's a highlight of the show.
I like it.
Our funny news segment.
I look forward to looking up something.
And even in the process of searching, you come up with some great stories. And I have one that, Thad, you might have heard, but I'm real excited to talk about this one.
Go ahead.
I think it's the best and the funniest news story we've come across. Maybe not that funny. It's funny at first, and then you read into it, and, well, let's get to it. The headline, there were several different headlines for this one story, but I picked the funniest one. It says, you might be ordering pizza from Chuckie Cheese and not even know it.
Oh, I did see this.
Actually, I don't even think that's worded correctly, but that's exactly what the headline was. So, Chuckie Cheese has been selling pizza even in this coronavirus era when you can't go to the store.
People using DoorDash and Grubhub.
Correct. Not even a store, to the restaurant, to the... I don't know what you would call it. What's Chuckie Cheese? An amusement area?
An amusement park.
Yeah. Indoor in a shopping plaza. Recently, driving up Boston Road in Springfield, I saw this today. There are signs that looked like someone printed them up on Microsoft Word. Just posted on, like, stop signs and street signs, telephone poles, that says, like, Chuckie Cheese, $5 pizzas. Okay?
Is that $5 there?
Yeah. That's the deal they're going right now.
They're trying to take over Little Caesars.
So we might have to get ourselves some. But Chuckie Cheese has been using an alias for Grubhub and Uber Eats, all those organizations, all those apps. So a pizza lover discovered that the local pizzeria she thought she was ordering from was actually Chuckie Cheese, highlighted by a popular tactic that many restaurants use. The name that was coming up when people were searching for the local pizza shops was Pasquale's Pizza and Wings, which also has an important connection to Chuckie Cheese because in the Chuckie Cheese universe, Pasquale, Chef Pasquale Pizza Plate is in the Munch's Make Believe band that plays on animatronic statues.
I'm a fan of that.
I love it. And I don't think people appreciate that as much as they should. But reading into this was discovered in Philadelphia, where a lady ordered pizza. She got the pizza. She was looking at the pizza, and she thought, this looks like Chuckie Cheese. So she texted the Grubhub driver that had just delivered it. She's like, oh, I'm just curious, but is this food from Chuckie Cheese? And the Grubhub driver replied, there was a Chuckie Cheese store, but the windows had the wing restaurant on them. I was curious too. So the driver just picked it up and drove it. But they were confused. So they went to a Chuckie Cheese. but it's as if a different organization is running the kitchen. Looking further in here, as I was reading into this, several different chains do this. Like Applebee's is another chain that their takeout is a different name. But this is like pretty much deceiving people in order to get business, and it's obviously working. But Pasquale's Pizza and Wings is their takeout Chuckie Cheese name. And according to a representative, recipes use fresh, homemade pizza dough, just like Chuckie Cheese, but it is different pizza that features a thicker crust, extra sauce, and a new blends of cheeses and seasonings, giving customers a more flavorful, more premium pizza experience. It's delivery only.
You know, Chuckie Cheese, they really, like, set the groundwork for, like, Dave & Buster's now, and, like, maybe Pins. Like, they're the original.
That's
like,
a good point.
Like, I gotta give respect to Chuckie Cheese.
The people that grew up with the Chuckie Cheese, they wanted that as a young adult, even, you know, going into adulthood, 20s and 30s. That's what Dave & Buster's is. You have a beer, and then you play skee-ball.
I was about to say, I'm still hitting up skee-ball.
That's the best thing in those
like,
stories.
You know, climbing up there and just throwing the balls in.
Yeah. That's how you play. So, yeah, that's Chuckie Cheese and Pasquale's Pizza and Wings. But I have some more information.
Breaking news.
I was going deeper into the Munch's make-believe band that plays at all, not all Chuckie Cheeses, only select ones. As far as I know, the Boston Road one in Springfield still has it. Chuckie Cheese is on vocals with Helen Henny.
The chicken.
Yes, a hen. Mr. Munch is on the keyboard. Jasper T. Jowls is on the electric guitar. And, of course, Chef Pasquale P. Pie Plate is on the drums.
Nice.
And as I was looking in, there was like teases to get rid of them for a while, but as far as I know, they still do exist. And I always enjoyed going and watching them there.
Quick story about Chuckie Cheese. One time when I was a kid, I went there, and I guess this guy was like fixing one of the machines or something, and like a lot of tickets came out. And I was just walking by, and the guy's like, "Hey, you want these?" I'm like, "Sure." So I got a bunch of free tickets for no reason.
Do you remember the ticket feeding machine?
I was about to say that too.
And it would go,
a chicken muxer.
Okay.
It was like a monster.
I used to kind of be scared of that. Like, as a kid, you know, you feed them in, but like if I put my finger too close, I thought it was gonna suck my finger in.
Nah, he only like tickets.
But I think that might be Mr. Munch.
Yeah, yeah, Mr. Munch. Munch.
I always loved going.
Ticket muxer.
Like and that. You would get the stamp. The stamp on your hand. You would only be under the light. I think that we have to go and get the pizza at Chuck E. Cheese soon.
Yeah, you know,
for $5.
We may do a video where we go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Just that. I haven't been to Chuck E. Cheese obviously in a long time. I'm kind of.
Well, maybe after
curious.
Corona.
Well, no, we have to get the deal, $5.
Oh yeah. But they wouldn't even let us in. Like,
I don't know how that works. If they could let us in to buy pizza.
Is there an age limit? Well, they probably let us buy the pizza. But is there an age limit for the arcade? The tokens?
I don't know.
Some tokens.
I mean, they don't want any pedophiles running around in there.
Oh, you gotta watch out.
But what's the chances that they're actually making a different pizza for Chef Pasquale's than they do for Chuck E. Cheese?
Probably not.
That's what I'm saying. But the representative from Chuck E. Cheese is saying that it is.
One time, like, I think my mom brought me home leftover Chuck E. Cheese from, like, her niece's birthday party. Hey, it was alright. No.
Her niece or your cousin?
My stepdad's niece.
Jerome. I always like going to Chuck E. Cheese.
It was a fun time when I was a child. It was before lots of innocence.
I used to go there, like, if I was with my parents, we would sit and watch the show. And if you remember, there was, like, it always seemed empty when I was there. And we'd be, like, the only people watching the show. But then when I went with my grandma and my cousins, and she would, like, take us all out, we never sat and watched a show. She was like, oh, we're going to sit near the arcade because it's closer. But I missed out on seeing the show when I was with her.
Sometimes it was
an experience. Great place.
I like Chuck E. Cheese.
I don't remember the pizza that much.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Chuck E. Cheese was also in the news recently about saving pizza and reusing it. Do you remember that?
No, what?
They're like, if let's say we went and bought a pizza, left two slices,
leftovers?
Yeah, they were using that for someone else's pizza.
That's not healthy.
I hope they're not doing that now. How many chefs? Because they are chefs at little Chuck E. Cheese.
What are you talking about? Doesn't Chucky himself make it?
I think it's Chef Pasquale.
Oh, yeah. I think he helps out though, Chuck E. Cheese.
Chef Pasquale. So he's an important figure. So people were ordering Chef Pasquale's pizza, not even knowing what it was.
There's a picture of a guy in a Chuck E. Cheese costume snorting cocaine. I remember I saw that in middle school. I thought it was funny.
I think that might be from the Waterbury location.
Oh, yes.
Want to jump into your news?
Sure thing, Big Sal. So my news, didn't this happen this week? It happened like maybe a few weeks ago. But I'm going to mention it. I'm going to read the headline here. A 5-year-old pulled over by cops on his way to buy a Lamborghini. So
Did you send me this?
I think I sent you this when it came out. But to summarize it, this 5-year-old, he really wanted a Lamborghini. So he stole his mom's SUV, and he had $3 in his pocket to get that Lamborghini. Which
Yes,
I don't think he understands how much a Lamborghini is actually worth.
It's definitely at least $5.
Mm-hmm. So he was pulled over by the police, though.
Where was this?
This was Utah, and he was going all the way to California to buy it. And he got pulled over by a highway patrolman, but the story does not end there. Because later, a businessman by the name Jeremy Neves of Utah, he offered the boy a spin in his Lamborghini. So,
wow.
He ended up driving a Lamborghini. It was only around the block, and shortly after, he was grounded by his mom for stealing an SUV. Well, I want to know.
How old was he?
He was 5 years old, so how does he...
He drove the car?
He drove the car.
How far did he get? The end of the driveway?
I think he got made at least into the highway. He was swerving in and out of lanes at 30 miles an hour. So you can tell something.
How did he not die at that point? Like, he knows how to stop, he knows how to turn.
He left and took the keys and didn't tell anyone. But the parents immediately left their jobs when they found out he was missing. And he got 30 minutes away.
This was an SUV.
An SUV.
So the kid was tall enough to drive an SUV?
He said his family...
He knew how to put it in drive and in park?
The family says he has no idea where they learned how to drive a real car. But he did it. This is miraculous. God bless that kid. Maybe one day when he grows up...
There's no name of the kid, obviously, right?
I do have a name, but I'm not gonna say it.
I think you can say it. We'll bleep it.
Okay. His
It's
name's...
Shout out to him.
Shout out to...
You don't have a name.
Wait, I do have a name. Adrian Zamaripa.
Yeah.
That's his name, I guess. Which is weird because his sister's name is Sydney Estrada. So, some different last names. I'm a little confused. I may be getting something wrong, but that's the news. That's the news. Crazy kid.
I'm thirsty.
You getting thirsty there? I think it's time for a special episode of Guess That Drink.
There we go. We know what the drink is, but don't know what's inside it.
Do we know what this drink is?
I'm excited.
So, back in episode 5.
In episode 3, though.
Episode 3, I mean. Back in episode 3, we mentioned that the Kool-Aid Man was missing. Where did he go? No one knows.
He had just saved Mr. Peanut's life.
God
Baby
bless,
Nut.
God bless Baby Nut. Also, I asked sidetrack. I've been seeing a lot of slander towards Baby Nut. I want none of that. If I see any slander to Baby Nut, you're gonna be getting my hand.
Someone's gonna get these.
Right.
What do we got here, Thad?
So this whole thing was a promotion for a mystery flavor jammer. So we have a whole box here. We got it at Big Y.
I got it at Big Y.
He got it at Big Y. Excuse me, but we'll get in that later. We're gonna.
Well, let's explain what we have here. It's a Kool-Aid Mystery Jammers. It's in a red box and in a red pouch. It has the outline of the Kool-Aid Man going through a brick wall. So he's missing. He's run away.
It's like the shadow of him.
It's a mystery flavor. I have no idea what it's going to be.
I give him the smell. I don't smell
I don't
anything.
even know the flavors of the regular Kool-Aid Jammers. What if this is just the cherry repackaged?
Yeah, what if I don't know?
Okay, ready?
This is the Kool-Aid's mystery jammer going in.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
I'm getting like a cotton candy flavor.
Like cotton candy or butterscotch?
This is not what I expected. I expected something fruity.
Damn you, Heinz. I wanted fruit.
This tastes cotton candy. Or like...
This is like butterscotch. That's what I'm tasting.
Or like,
This is definitely butterscotch.
I don't think so. Butterscotch Kool-Aid?
What if you have a cotton candy one and I have a butterscotch one? They're like... Well,
Yeah, grab another one. Maybe each of these is different. Each of these pouches are individual.
I don't think so.
You never know. I'm opening up another one. Putting the straw in.
I kind of like it.
Oh, shit. This is different.
No way.
I think so.
What? Okay, we have 4. Well, we have a whole package, so...
I think this is different, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, what if they're all different flavors?
I could really be wrong, but initially I got a fruity flavor out of this.
Okay. This is my second Kool-Aid jammer going in.
Is it the same? I'm thinking it's different. No, maybe not.
This one tastes a little different. Maybe I'm just used to the butterscotch now, though.
That could be it.
This is a true mystery right here. Look, Kool-Aid Man.
Do we look it up, see what it is?
I don't think they said it yet, did they?
It's gonna be online somewhere.
I'm gonna do a quick look-see.
I'm liking this one better. The second one. That could all be in my head. Oh, okay. You ready for the reveal?
Here it is. My final guess is butterscotch.
Okay, let me read this here. Kool-Aid Man has left his house and is searching for a new mystery flavor, the Kool-Aid Mystery Jammers. On his journey, Kool-Aid Man got lost and now needs your help. In order to join the fun, now through April 3rd, help find the Kool-Aid Man with the purchase of Kool-Aid Mystery Jammers, available at retailers nationwide for $1.99. Fans will only be entered once to win a grand prize to guess what it is.
All
right?
now.
So, I'm not tooting my own horn here, but I was right. It's cotton candy.
It is cotton candy. Nice.
The mystery flavor is cotton candy. It's been revealed.
Round of applause for Salvas, everyone.
It's definitely not butterscotch,
It'd be similar.
but it. I could have sworn this was different. Let me take another sip out of the first pouch. This is sweeter. Okay, it's all in my head.
Dairy Queen has cotton candy blizzards right now. I just want to point that out.
I know someone making maple cotton candy now.
Who?
He might be mentioned on another episode.
That was pretty good.
I'm a little disappointed in this. Cotton
alright.
candy's too sweet for me.
I wouldn't buy it, but it's alright.
I bought it
Here's
on the company card.
Here's the real mystery, though. Is are they gonna like repackage this as cotton candy Kool-Aid now? Is that gonna be one of the new flavors they're gonna be popping out now?
I'm drinking a cotton candy beverage right now. Just putting that out there.
I'm gonna say it. Cotton candy's underrated.
You can buy it at any sporting event for like $10. It costs them like 30
Well, guess
cents
what?
to make.
You can't go to sporting events right now, so Kool-Aid's the only way to get a cotton candy fix right now. Thank you, Kool-Aid Man. He is on the Elder God list. If you want to know more about the Kool-Aid Man, please tune in to episode 2 of the Elder God podcast.
Second one? There's the third.
There's the second one.
All right. Yeah, go back and listen to the second one. It's probably on the screen if you're on YouTube.
Check it out.
Oh yeah, I bought these at Big Y. I went to Big Y in Wilbraham, also known as Wilby. That's a nice Wilby. That's a term that someone had told me about. Never heard it before, Wilby. And I was there. I didn't use a carriage, so I had a lot of things in my hands. My hands were hurting after I was walking around. It was busy, so I waited for a while.
What's the deal with will be? Every time I go there, I'm like, maybe I will be going somewhere else. I was on the spot.
I think you messed that joke up.
Yeah, whatever, man.
I guess.
You know what? Quick sidetrack. You know, they have the whole corona going on, and yeah, you only go down a certain way. Every aisle is one way now. Why is
It's
the
annoying.
soda aisle? I have to go to the back of the store to go down the soda aisle. But yeah, the pet food, that's right away. Like, who's coming in there looking for pet food? Who goes Big Y to get pet food?
Somebody. I don't.
Old ladies.
Old ladies to get all their shopping done in one visit.
I mean, like, what's the deal with Big Y? Every time I'm there, I'm just like, why?
That's completely understandable. And only one door is open at Big Y now. The worst part is, you're nervous to go down the aisle the wrong way because you might get a bad look from someone.
You know, I'm gonna say it. I went there the other day to get sugar for my coffee cake I made with my
How'd that
girlfriend.
come out?
It's alright. That's sour cream. I'm not a fan of sour cream, but
Oh, I love sour cream.
apparently it's used in baking. I didn't know. But
I like sour cream donuts from Tim Hortons.
good place right there. Sidetrack of the sidetrack. Saw a good documentary the other day about a girl who went missing, and the last place she was seen was at Tim Hortons. Link in the description. But
I want to look into that.
back to Big Y. What are you talking about?
The lines.
Oh yeah, so I had to go down the baking aisle, and like I completely passed the sugar, so I had to like go back up, and like I was kind of nervous because someone was looking at me. I'm like, come on, man, I just want to get some sugar. What do you want me to do? Go fucking do a whole lap around Big Y to get sugar?
Yes. Apparently.
You know, I have a mask on. That's enough.
I walk around with no mask and people give me a bad look.
Quick shout out to the Ludlow Facebook page. There's some people on there who are very against masks. Like they think it's like infringing their rights. Like,
It is.
Like, dude, just a mask, man.
I think I'm safer without the mask.
No. Go back to the Ludlow forum. Anyway,
Shout out to all those Ludlow Facebook pages.
I got banned from a Ludlow Facebook page.
Again.
No, it's the first time I got banned from this one. This is the open forum I got banned
That's
from.
why you got to go to like the Wilbraham forums.
You know, I'm going to go to some different town forums.
See if they let you in. Southwick Town Forum?
I'm going to the...
Summers, Connecticut?
I'm going to the Albany.
Albany.
Albany forum.
I like Albany, New York. If that's where you're talking about.
Yeah, they got some good steamed hams there. Anyway, we're going right into the song of the week. It's my impression of a trumpet.
Someone, I'm not going to mention any names, was upset that we didn't do a song in the last podcast, the long one.
That would have been impossible.
So here you are. Hope you enjoy this one. I have no idea what it is.
So this one is by an indie artist.
Oh.
So, I'm going to say it's indie art, but I want to give her a quick shout out to our 6 fans. So, she has 6 new fans. This person is Sara Longfield. She's an indie artist. She's a guitarist, prog rock.
From Indiana?
Indiana Jones. She does prog rock. I discovered her from Guitar Hero, specifically Clone Hero. I downloaded a track pack called Anti-Hero, and some of her songs were featured on there, and they were bangers. I liked them. Recently, on April 22nd, she just came out with her new EP called Dusk. There's a couple of songs on there I like. I think I liked.
EP.
EP is an extended playlist, so it's not an album. It's like a collection of songs.
Gotcha.
This song is called The Winter Void by Sara Longfield. I also want to give a quick shout out to Circles too, but this episode is talking about Winter Void. I'm going to do a quick playthrough right here of the song, if you guys don't mind. And we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah!
That was Sara Longfield's Winter Void. Quick correction, it's not Circles, it is Cycles. My bad. Winter Void, what did you think, Mr. Big Sal?
It's alright.
It's alright.
I wouldn't listen to it.
You're not a big fan of instrumental,
No.
prog,
Not
experimental. Yeah,
not current prog rock, no.
I'm a big fan. I have my Guitar Hero right now. I could play a little bit if you want, but maybe after. But that was Winter Void. I really like the
It left me with a big void.
That blows me. I really like the mysterious atmosphere of the song. I think I really like
It's definitely mysterious.
The tune.
It would fit good in like a mysterious TV show.
I like it. But my favorite song is still Sailing Voyage and New Discovery by her Collapse Expand album. Best album.
How come we didn't listen to that song then?
Because I wanted to give new stuff a try.
Okay.
Definitely check out Sara Longfield. She has an Instagram. Check it out, dude. It's like, I know there's 6 people listening.
Maybe 5.5.
Maybe 5.5. Just go listen, man. Please watch this podcast.
Please share it with your parents.
Please. I quit my job for this, man.
You know how much it costs us to rent out the studio? Someone's got to pay Janice, and with little Andre's medical bills now, I don't know how she's going to do it. I don't know how we're going to do it. We have to go to the bank tomorrow and ask for another loan.
Not People's United.
No.
By the way, quick sidetrack. I keep saying there's a lot of sidetracks, but Misha Collins.
I like the sidetracks.
Misha Collins is currently at her house, and she kind of cut off my song there a little bit, and she's now listening to Harry Styles' "Watermelon Sugar." We share the same Spotify because the only reason we share the same Spotify is because I use her student account, so I get cheaper Spotify.
How much does Spotify cost?
It's like $10 a month, but with a student, it's $5 a month, and you get Hulu and Showtime. I think we talked about this before, episode 1. We'll call backs. It's a good deal. Anyway, she's listening.
We're not promoting it.
She's listening to Harry Styles' "Watermelon."
I'm not a watermelon kind of guy.
Oh, speaking of Spotify, this podcast is now on Spotify. And you know Joe Rogan?
I do know Joe. Oh yes, I saw this. He's moving to Spotify.
He has an exclusive deal with Spotify. So Spotify, if you want,
he's leaving YouTube.
Spotify, if you want to help us out too, feel free.
I listened to some of Joe Rogan's interviews with certain people, but and I'm not a regular listener. You know, when it comes up suggested and it looks so good, I'll listen to it.
Yeah, he has some good guest interviews.
He does. He has a big variety of people.
I want to reach that.
Like I was just last night or 2 nights ago, I was watching him. He had Jake the Snake Roberts on. Shout out to Jake the Snake if you're listening.
Jake the Snake.
But it was a good interview.
Right.
He talked about how he was had to drive Andre the Giant around. Andre the Giant drank 2 cases of beer.
Little Andre?
Big Andre.
Oh, Big Andre.
Andre the Giant.
I got you.
Drank 48 beers in an hour car ride.
Good man. So you want to hop into our food review?
To make up for this cotton candy jammer, I think we do.
All right. This episode, we're going to have 2 snacks because we didn't do one last week. We're catching up.
Thad here, Mr. Big Bad Thad, had a great snack lined up. Okay?
We won't say it yet.
Great snack. I approve of it. I think it could have its own segment. But I was walking around a grocery store, not Big Y.
Big Y.
And they had this giant display of rap and hip-hop snacks. In a case of... Okay, they're called rap snacks. In a case of Elder God Fate, I saw Notorious B.I.G. Jalapeno, honey jalapeno potato chips. On the very top it says, "We cannot change the world unless we change ourselves." And there's a picture of him on here. They also had Cardi B snacks. I'm not sure what that one was. And they had a few other people I didn't know. But I saw this and I said, we have to get it.
But the people who don't understand, we'll get back into more later, but Biggie Cheese, his name is based on Biggie Smalls, which is Notorious B.I.G. So we had to do it.
Did you get a picture of this?
I did get a picture of it.
Oh, I'm gonna open it up. Let me see what else is on this first.
There's biography?
Yeah, it has a biography for him on the back.
Let me read it a little bit.
Yeah, give us a brief summary.
Brooklyn legend Christopher Wallace, a.k.a. Notorious B.I.G., known as one of the best MCs to ever touch the mic. I agree with that. Says he's still alive. Interesting. All right, open that up.
Oh, maybe there's a secret inside of this. These are distributed by Rap Snacks Incorporated out of Miami. So there's a email, rapsnacksmarketing@gmail. All right. Follow them on Instagram and social media.
Bro, man, open it up, man. I'm hungry, bro. I'm hungry. Don't want to be accused of a video essay.
Oh, smell that.
Woo! Well, that smells good, man.
All right, grab a chip.
Let's go grab a chip.
These are big chips.
It's a big boy chips.
Ready?
All right. This is the Notorious B.I.G. chips going in. Oh! My mouth's on fire!
Oh, I like it.
Pretty good.
These are also 2.75 ounce bags.
You know, it's a good thing we're mixing the size, I think.
This isn't a big bag.
I'm gonna take one more bite and I'm gonna put these away.
These are actually pretty good.
I don't really taste the jalapeno, maybe a little bit.
You got the spice at the end.
There's some spice.
I'd recommend it.
Pretty good.
And good connection to our Elder God of the Week.
Wait, what company is this?
Rap Snacks. That's what I said.
Yeah, but who owns Rap Snacks?
I don't know. That's their company on there.
Where'd you buy this again?
Save a Lot. Indian Orchard.
Oh,
It was right there as you walked in.
one more for the road?
I enjoy these. I bought 2 bags.
I think it's time for our second snack.
I'm still eating a chip.
Oh, well, sorry, man.
Drinking some Kool-Aid jammers.
No, I work at an undisclosed location. We have. And because I work in the kitchen, I do get access to snacks, food and such. And one that I've had as a child, it recently brought me back. I'm talking about snack packs, the pudding. I have some chocolate snack packs here. Give a brief history of snack packs. This is Hunt's company.
The ketchup company.
Yes. They were introduced in 1968 with aluminum metal cans. Then they switched to plastic cups in 84. And then finally we have the plastic cups right here. Clear plastic cups in 1990. You're already digging in, damn.
Alright, so I love pudding. Also at my employer, we go through a lot of pudding. Though we don't use snack packs. We get it out of a can and then scoop it. But,
You make pudding too, but this is for like,
oh yeah, we don't make it. It just comes out of a can. It's a big can of pudding.
Oh, we make pudding too, but we also have these, just in case.
But chocolate is not my favorite pudding.
I've been having these like almost every day. It's so good.
But once you start eating pudding, you realize that it's definitely an underrated snack.
This definitely is like, these are small, man. I need like 5 of these.
That's what I'm saying. I could easily eat 6 packs of these.
You know who else likes pudding? Another fellow elder god, Bill Cosby.
I could use a pudding pop.
You know,
But,
Bill Cosby loves pudding. Putting his dick where it doesn't belong.
No, choked up some pudding. Yeah, well, I love pudding.
Put that right there.
I think we could even have like a pudding ranking segment in the future.
Definitely in the future.
I love talking about pudding at work. Those of you listening will know that. Chocolate's more towards the end of my list. I've never been a chocolate guy, but I'm enjoying this right now because this really cools down those chips we just ate.
Yeah, I like it.
And this is a snack pack.
Yes, Hunt's.
Also, this is room temperature. It would have been better if it was cold.
I like your room temp. You know, I don't think I've ever had it cold.
It doesn't make it bad, but it would have been better cold.
I'm gonna cold that last one and see what it looks like.
Pudding is definitely good.
So you want to hop right into our media segment, Mrs. Sara?
You want to start since I'm still eating the pudding?
Go ahead, man. So media, that's where we talk about recent movies, TV shows, video games, albums. I think Ferris last episode mentioned something else. It's a media form. I forgot.
He did.
Books. Maybe.
I don't know if it was a book.
I don't know, but shout out to Ferris.
Whatever it was, it worked out.
So I have a main media, but because I don't know, I just want to give a quick lightning round of some movies I recently watched. Real quick, I'm just gonna go quickie, no discussion, just some recent movies I watched and what my thoughts are. First up, we have Extraction. Just came out on Netflix by the Russo brothers, starring Chris Hemsworth. I give it a 6.5. It has some really good action, but the story was really stupid. And there is a scene where you can watch Thor beat up kids. So if you are into that, definitely check out Extraction. Second, I watched Rocket Science. This is a early 2000s movie. It's about a debate team. It was horrible. 2 out of 10. Horrible. Never watched Rocket Science. Number 3, I watched The Soloist. This is Robert Downey Jr. and Jamie Foxx. Super good actors. I thought this movie was going to be a slam dunk. Well, went into the gutter with this one. So boring. I've been picking some bad movies because next up, Friday the 13th, 2009 edition. I picked this up from Misha Collins because she just finished first 2 years of college, graduation. Got a present. I got her a movie which stars Jared Padalecki. I don't know his name, but he plays Sam in Supernatural.
You mean Jared Fogle?
No. This guy, Sam in Supernatural, Misha has a kind of a crush on him. I want to say, like, he's the alpha.
Like you?
He's the alpha male, and I am the complete opposite of that. But I got it for her, and yeah, movie was a 3 out of 10. It was horrible. It had all the horror cliches, like boobies, gory death. It's got like those like javelin, and like gets a guy in the head and like stabs him through the floor. Killer lives at the end. Spoilers. Just poor decisions by the main cast. You got a fucking guy who's running out to the shed when he's starting the killer, so I don't know what the hell he's doing. Coincidence here, the Asian kid who was in Rocket Science, which is 2 movies before I saw this one, was also in this, so that was a weird coincidence that happened.
Interesting.
Elder God Fate.
I don't think so.
And we have a main media, but I'm gonna let Big Sal here talk about his media.
So I'll give a shout out to 2 movies I watched recently. 2 movies I've seen before a few times, but I just want to talk about them now because they're fresh. Back to the Future is honestly one of the greatest movies of all time.
I agree with that.
And I think it's one of my favorite movies.
I didn't like the sequels, but the first one is definitely a classic, I would say.
I think it's excellent. Also has Huey Lewis in the movie.
Can go wrong.
Power of Love is there's a strong theme of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in the movie. Of course, Micheal J Fox is in the movie. Christopher Lloyd came out in 1985, and it really set a precedent for like trilogies of the 80s.
Was this you saw this once before, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I wanted to rewatch it.
Yeah,
Because I think we could rewatch that movie over and over again. Another shout out, Stuart Little.
Ooh,
I love Stuart Little. Also, Ratatouille.
Whoa.
Stuart Little all the way. We're gonna discuss him at another point in another episode, hopefully.
Quick thing about that. Imagine you're a kid at an orphanage, and you're waiting your whole life to get parents, and then they choose a fucking rat over you.
He's a mouse.
Oh, sorry. Let me escort myself out of the building.
Well, who goes to an orphanage, sees all these kids, and picks a mouse? What's the life expectancy of a mouse compared to a child? 2 weeks?
This must have been a very special mouse. I want to stop right there. I don't want to.
Okay, we'll stop.
He'll be in a future episode. Let's just say that.
Shout out to Stuart Little, Stuart Little 2, Stuart Little 3.
The epic trilogy.
That might be a better trilogy than Back to the Future.
It's better than Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Onion Rings. So, back to you.
So, my main media. So, obviously it's quarantine. We got nothing to do. I work still, but Misha doesn't work. We binge watched the entire series of Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls is a Disney show, came out in 2012. It was created by Alex Hirsch, and it ran from June 15, 2012 to February 15, 2016. Now, it's a comedy animated cartoon. Now, let me tell you something. This show is funny, man. Like, I think I laughed out, like, burst out laughing at least 3 times every episode. Like you're looking at me like
I don't think I ever really watched it.
It's a good show.
I probably watched a few episodes when it came out.
It is genuinely funny. It's very smartly written.
For a Disney Channel show?
That's why I couldn't believe it's on Disney. But the main thing that sets Gravity Falls apart is there's like a whole mystery element to the show. There's an overarching plot because there's paranormal activity happening in this town called Gravity Falls. It stars 2 kids, Dipper and Mabel Pines, and they go to see their great uncle Stan, Grunkle Stan, who owns a mysterious shack for tourists. It's called the Mystery Shack.
Shack?
The Mystery Shack. It has because Gravity Falls in the lore is like this crazy town where like paranormal stuff happens. You have like gnomes, ghosts. You got crazy stuff happening, man. And the main villain, who, not really spoiler, is Bill Cipher. She's like an evil demon, dream demon, who looks like a triangle with a hat. And the crazy thing about this show is like, rewatching it, or like watching it, yeah, it's like Illuminati, he has an eye. It's like there's hidden like triangles throughout the whole series. There's like hints on like the future, like future plots. Because the whole mystery, like who wrote the journals, who is Bill Cipher, who's the bad guy.
What are these journals?
Oh, so
without giving too much information.
Well, the first episode there was a journal that the main character Dipper finds, and it goes over all the paranormal stuff you can find in the town. It's like a helpful guide. So like who wrote these journals. But the thing is, this journal has a number 3 on it. And then later, in a couple episodes later, it's not really a spoiler, one of the antagonists...
3 points to a triangle.
I didn't even think about that. 3 points to a triangle. That makes sense. But one of the antagonists of the show has a journal with the number 2 on it. So that means there's 3 journals. There's the one out there. We don't know who has one. And there's all this crazy stuff happening. The thing about it, even though it's like an overarching plot, each episode can stand by itself, I believe. Maybe except for like the final 4 episodes, but...
Did it finish up correctly?
It finished up 2 seasons, 41 episodes total.
I thought you said 2012 to 16.
Yeah, they had
That's
like
a long season.
Yeah, like hiatuses.
Oh, all right.
You know, Disney fucks you over.
Maybe we should give it a shot.
Definitely watch Gravity Falls. It has the humor, it has the mystery element. Both of those combined makes a really good show.
But does it beat Stuart Little?
I'm gonna say it beats Stuart Little.
Wow.
I'm gonna say this is probably the best show Disney's ever produced. That's a bold statement, but I'm gonna say it. Better than Kim Possible. Better than Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and Ferb was good.
This is a superior summer show, I want to say. They both take place in summer. Definitely show Gravity Falls. This show is streaming on Disney Plus if you want to watch it. I highly recommend it. I'm gonna say it's probably my favorite cartoon of all time. Maybe not.
Wow.
Maybe not as good as SpongeBob or like. It's definitely like top 3 for me.
Interesting.
I definitely give it a shot. It's a short series too. You can probably finish it within like a week, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Before we stray from media, it's time for our moment of silence. And this is going to be a tough one. Today we're going to honor Jerry Stiller, who passed away May 11th at the age of 92. For those of you who don't know, Jerry Stiller is known for his roles as Frank Costanza on Seinfeld and Arthur Spooner on The King of Queens. So, moment of silence for Jerry. Thank you.
Frank Costanza is just a great character in Seinfeld.
Yes, he is. Arthur's a really good character, though, too. But Frank just fit in with that show perfectly. Hey, Frank and Estelle. But we saw widespread support and praise, tributes that came from his son, Ben Stiller, and past castmates like Jerry Seinfeld, Jason Alexander, who played his son on Seinfeld, Kevin James, and Leah Remini. And I could have mentioned this in media now I think about it. I watched Zoolander for the first time a few weeks ago.
Oh, it's a great movie.
And both Jerry and Ben Stiller are in the movie, father and son, which happened on a few occasions. But he's in Zoolander and Zoolander 2, and he plays Murray Ballstein.
I'm looking at my pudding right now.
But now that we were talking about Disney cartoons,
mm-hmm.
I learned that he was the voice of Principal Stickler in Fishhooks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he was like in 23 episodes or something.
I never seen Fishhooks, but I heard good things.
So, Jerry Stiller, one of the greatest actors and characters of that era of sitcoms.
He will be missed.
Those sitcoms, especially King of Queens, wouldn't have been what it was without him.
I know someone who's a big fan of King of Queens, but I'm not going to say his name.
Good show. But they are both good shows, but Seinfeld is just on another level.
Mm-hmm. Is it time for main event?
Yes, it is.
This week's Elder God is the one, the only, Biggie Cheese.
Some of you still might be wondering who Biggie Cheese is.
You want me to go into it?
Yeah, I'll go in after you.
All right.
You're the Elder God writer.
I don't know if you guys ever seen the hit movie, Nickelodeon movie, Barnyard, but classic movie right there. But there's one scene that stands in particular in my mind. In the barnyard, the whole plot in the movie is these animals, these cows, these pigs. They can talk and
Dogs.
There's dogs. They throw parties in the barn and stuff. It's crazy shenanigans happening.
They're the original party animals.
This guy, man.
Actually, that was the title of the movie, Barnyard, the original party animals, and then they shortened it to Barnyard.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They throw parties in the main barn every night. And one of the MCs who performs is none other than Biggie Cheese. Now, this is now speaking of Stuart Little, this is a big mouse. He has a hat, a little beanie, he has a gold chain, he has a microphone, man. And this dude...
He would take care of Stuart.
He raps, man. He raps the classic song that he made himself. I don't care what do you say. Boombastic. Great song. And let me tell you, he performs it greatly. Straight fire.
Really iconic.
I want to say it, Biggie Cheese. I have a Spotify playlist that's just that song by Biggie Cheese, and I listen to that constantly.
Despite Biggie Cheese only appearing in the film once, only for a couple minutes, if any, like 2 minutes at most, Biggie has gained a strong fan base with the public. He's really become part of the iconic lore of the movie. He's a huge fan favorite. Reading into it, his citizenship is Barnyard, according to the Wiki fan page. Mm-hmm. And to kind of visualize Biggie Cheese for you, he wears a red bandana, a red beanie, golden necklace, dark shades, and he's
Oh, I forgot to mention the shades, man.
he's just on stage doing his thing.
Like a logo. Shades.
Yes, there's a connection there. We're wearing shades right now, as well as masks. But there's a connection here. I was looking at that movie, Barnyard, and it had a pretty stellar cast.
Oh, it did.
Kevin James is in there, so there's a connection between King of Queens and this. Courtney Cox, Sam Elliott was in it. And then the TV show had a little bit of a different cast.
Yeah.
Otis was not Kevin James anymore, but I enjoyed the show as well.
I want to say a quick sidetrack. Back to the Barnyard is a good show.
I think it's better than the movie.
It's better than the movie. No Biggie Cheese, but it's still a good show. Stand by itself. I saw the show before the movie.
Biggie Cheese should get his own movie now.
His own show. Was the Biggie Cheese Netflix documentary, huh?
Yeah, after this, Netflix will...
Eminem got one. What's Biggie Cheese?
Once this is released, the next morning, Netflix hierarchy, executive board are going to have a Zoom meeting about getting this up and on the works. So there's Biggie Cheese. We encourage you to go to YouTube and look up Biggie Cheese.
The restaurant fast food place Sonic had a burger called the Biggie Cheese, which was $5, and it was like their version of the Big Mac. I was actually going to grab one today, but I found out they already canceled that entry. You know how fast food places do that. They introduce something and take it back.
Sonic does it quite often.
Taco Bell does it. Burger King does it.
But Sonic does it very quickly. Their promos are
I didn't realize
short.
it was so quick. I missed it, sadly. I want to try it, though.
I want to bring something up now before I forget. When I was talking about media, and I talked about Back to the Future, and then I talked about Stuart Little.
Back to the Barnyard.
Somehow I forgot to mention that Micheal J Fox is in both. He's the voice of Stuart Little. And so I guess I'm on a Micheal J Fox kick right now. So Biggie Cheese, he's an elder god.
Truly an elder god, enough said. Go check out Barnyard and his hit single, Boombastic. So we're going to hop into our story segment. You want me to go first? Or?
Go.
My story, I just want to give a quick shout out to my fellow employee, Dave. He's the main cook over at my rehab place I work at. Great cook. I mentioned I give him a shout out. This is it right now. Also, I'm going to give a top 5 dishes we make at my rehab.
Right now?
Top 5.
Yeah, go ahead.
No order. Number 1, gotta give it the beef stir fry. It has the rice, it has the vegetables, it has the beef, and it has a really good Japanese sauce. I like it a lot. Number 2, stuffed chicken breast. It's a breast. It has stuffing in it. It's a stuffed chicken breast. Number 3, we're going to the Salisbury steak. Can't go wrong with Salisbury steak. Number 4, we're going to give it to the baked ziti. Can't go wrong with ziti. It's really good. Has really good garlic bread, I want to say. That's probably my favorite part.
Yeah, that at work tonight.
Yo, for real?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't there, but I know that's what they were having.
Number 5, you know what? We're gonna give it to the chicken stew with a biscuit. Simple dish.
The what?
Chicken stew?
Oh, chicken stew.
Chicken stew with a biscuit.
Not chicken Stuart.
Good Stuart. No.
Shout out to you, Dave. I heard you're a good guy.
I would clap, but I hurt my hand the other day.
We won't mention how.
We won't mention how, but let's just say glass was involved. You want to go in your story?
Yeah.
Listen up, everybody.
As we know, we're going through a bit of a quote-unquote crisis. Since the podcast started, really. I think maybe we had something to do with that. I'm not sure.
It's all connected.
Yes. We will live as long as the virus lives. I was recommended, or told, rather, to go get coronavirus tested. COVID-19 tested by the National Guard at the state coronavirus testing location.
Biggie.
At the Big Y. We were all told to go. I called up.
Who's we all?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's good job pointing that out.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, me and my buddies had to get tested. A lot of my buddies had to go get tested. So I call them up. I say, hey, I need this coronavirus test. And they say, okay, tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And they take down all my information.
Your social?
No. Well, that's also going to come up here.
Oh, okay.
So they have my address, my phone number, my email. And the girl on the phone never repeated it back to me. So I was like, okay, something's definitely going to be wrong at some point. So I go there. I get there for 12:30 because I'm not sure how this is going to work. I'm in my car. I got my mask on, windows up.
Better early than better late.
Yes. So I think what they do is it's appointment by hour. So like everyone goes for 1 or everyone goes for 2, everyone goes for 3. There's maybe 4 cars in front of me when I get there around 12:30, 12:35. So I'm one of the first few cars. And then it starts filling up behind me. The National Guard starts walking towards me.
Big dude?
They all, no, they weren't too big. There was maybe 4 or 5 of them. There were some women. And, they're going up to the cars, holding signs, saying, make sure your windows are up. Have your IDs ready. So I show the guy my ID. We're talking through the glass. Then once 1 o'clock hits, they kind of like, there's 2 lanes and becomes 1. And they're sending car by car into the testing facility. And if you ever go to the Big E, behind the state houses, there's a big brick building with a clock. And you can like walk through it. You could drive through it. And there's tents and everything. So I'm almost at the tents where I'm going to get tested, like 2 cars behind.
We getting nervous?
Not really. Because I heard a lot of my friends had gone the day before or that day. And they said it really didn't hurt, even though despite what I was seeing online, it hurt. But it looks like this thing that goes into your nose, the swab, goes pretty deep. I go up, the guy puts the paper up, my paperwork up to the glass, and he's like, is this you? Is this right? I'm like, yeah, but they got my address wrong. Some letters were wrong. Like it said, instead of path, it said half. And the guy's like, oh, that doesn't matter as long as it's your name and that's you. Okay, no big deal. I pull up. Now I'm like, oh shit, here we go. I wasn't nervous, but I'm like, okay, how's this going to work? So I'm talking to the guy. He's like explaining it to me. He's got the thing in his hand. It tells me to take my hat off, my glasses off, and he undoes it. And he's like, oh, are you ready? And I said something stupid or something funny like, oh, I hope so.
Yeah, video of that?
Not I hope so. I said something like, yeah, this is going to be fun. And he goes, no, this is not going to be fun. I've had this done a few times. I was like, oh shit, here we go. He's like, your eyes are going to water. He takes this thing. It's no lie, maybe like 10 inches. The swab goes up my my left nostril. I have video of this whole thing. I have about 6 minutes. It goes deep in. Instantly, as it goes in my nose, I'm crying. Like my eyes are crying. I'm like, ooh. It was the strangest feeling I've ever had. It didn't hurt, but you could feel that it was there. And then even afterwards, you pulled it out. You could feel not kind of sore, but it didn't hurt. My eyes were watering. And then the guy says, okay, you can wipe your eyes. What was I going to wipe my eyes with? So I took my hand. I'm like, you're not supposed to touch your face, right? But I did it anyway. My eyes were watering. And I got my results back 2 days later, 3 days later. So they give you this paperwork, and you have to go online, and you have to make an account with this website. I have to verify my identity. So it says, what's your social security number? But it's optional. Yeah. I'm not going to give them my social security number if they don't need it, right? If they don't have it already. So there's no way of them really verifying it. So I click optional, and it comes up with 3 questions. It says, what's your height on your driver's license? I had that. 6'3". The next question was, which one of these cars have you owned or currently own? And it had a list of cars. My car was on there. I'm not sure how they knew that. I have probably public information when you go and you do the government. The third question was, it gave me an address. And it said, what county is this address in? I had no idea what the address was. And it had counties I'd never really heard of. And then some I did. And then the last one was, I have no affiliation with this address. That was the answer. And then they gave me my results and it was negative. But that's that. I want to give a shout out to all the people, all my friends who went and got coronavirus tested. Are you ready for this? I got the lineup. I wrote in the list of names
Okay.
of people, of friends who went and got virus tested.
You got the results.
As far as I know, all negative.
Okay,
all right, so shout out to Amanda, Scuba Steve from episode 5.
Yes.
Yeah. Emily, Ashley, Anna, Maya, Ryan, Gabby, Fred Fox, Kyle, Brian, Jazz, Greg. I just named all of you so you have an excuse to listen to this podcast. So now when I go and tell all of you that you were mentioned, you have to listen to the whole thing.
Our viewership's going to double.
Yes, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 names.
Well, Fred Fox is I know he's a very big fan.
Yeah, he listens. So, yeah, that's my story about virus tests. I probably went too far with that, but...
You know, that's interesting shit.
I got the video.
Like, I'm going to put that in the description.
It was...
People
I feel like...
No.
I feel as if this added to the experience of the pandemic. Like, it was kind of fun. I was looking forward to getting tested because I can say I was tested.
You get a t-shirt now saying you got tested.
I want one. Maybe we should get some made. Elder God podcast licensed.
But
it was fun. I looked forward to it. It wasn't bad. I would do it again. But I was wondering, like, if I liked the feeling, if I could keep going every day.
Go for round 2.
Yeah. But it honestly wasn't that bad. I encourage everyone to get tested if they want.
Maybe I'll
Go
do it
again.
after this podcast. All right. I think it's time for our last segment, which is also a new segment. This is our fan Q&A. I have picked 3 questions out that our fans are dying to know the answer to. Number 1. This one's by Tone Francis. Don't know. Sorry I can't pronounce your name, but he asked, in the previous episode on the YouTube version, I censored my face with the Office display box.
In the Walmart.
With the woman from Dr. Seuss's Cat in the Hat. Now, the reason I did that, because I don't want Walmart coming after me.
Mrs. Khan.
Yeah, Mrs. Kwan.
Kwan.
I don't want Walmart coming after me saying I took the Office display, okay?
You can't steal something if it's not for sale.
You know what? I just don't want to deal with I don't like confrontation, okay? I don't want Boston security coming after me, all right?
Okay, can I mention something here quick?
Oh, sure. You're right.
I went to the Walmart on Boston Road for the first time since this whole thing started. Bronson security looked like they were at the border control. They were equipped. The 2 guys that were there, they were built jacked guys. Well, they looked jacked. And one of the guys had an army hat on, like it said army.
Oh, tough guy.
Which was very deceiving because from behind, I was walking behind him, and he had his hat on backwards. I'm like, oh shit, the army's here. And then I turned around, and he worked for Bronson. It's a little deceiving there. The army was not securing Walmart. It was Bronson security. That was your question about Tone
Francis?
Pensions?
All right. A second question comes from Sim.
Who's Sim?
Some guy. He asked, would I eat Now, I don't think Big Sal here wants to answer that.
I don't want to answer that.
Well, all I'm going to say is I'm a little grossed out by it, but, like, honestly, I hear people do it, so maybe. So that's a maybe.
It's a yes or no question.
All right, sure.
Give the guy what he wants.
You know what? Yes. And our last question comes from Mr. Ferris, who was in the previous episode. He asks, would you rather live in the mountains or flat farmland? What do you think?
Initially, mountains.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we live in a very mountainous region. I'm used to mountains, hills. I like mountains. I would live on the top of a mountain or in a mountain.
Mount Everest.
Never been. I climbed a mountain once.
Yeah?
Mount Monadnock. Not doing that again.
Uh,
I would say I live in the mountains.
the mountains, all right.
What about you?
You know what? I'm gonna be opposite. I'm gonna say flat farmland, cause I don't know. I'm afraid of heights. That's why.
I like the look for mountains. You can look down. You can look up.
Yeah, but with a flat farmland, it's also farmland, so you can farm.
You can have a farm in a mountainous region. Different mountains. The mountain goats, mountain lions.
Mountain trolls.
Sasquatch. I mean, there are Sasquatches that live in fields, so...
I think you changed my mind. I'm gonna go back to mountains.
That convinced you?
Convince me just now.
What did it?
The mountain lions. I'm a fan of cats, so...
Shout out to Steve French from Trailer Park Boys. He was a mountain lion.
Alright, and that was our Q&A. I lied, we do have one more segment. This is our unboxing. Mr. Big Sal here. This letter says it's for me, but it's actually for him. You want to explain
I'm getting
that?
mail forwarded to Big Bad Thad's house.
Studio. A second studio.
at 69 Elder God Way. I just got some mail to his house, but he made a big deal about it, so here we are. 2 Jeff Hardy signed cards in the mail here. Fan mail, of course. I had just gotten him at my house a few weeks ago, and this is a pretty big name to be signing cards in the mail, so I figured I have to get to him fast, take advantage of him signing, so I doubled up and I had mail sent here to Thad's house, addressed to Thad, so I could get some more cards signed. I didn't want to be that guy that kept mailing into them.
I don't think it's a big deal, but
just
you do you.
Just do me. So there's more coming. I got more mail coming,
Right.
packages as well.
We have a breaking question right now. You can hear the Discord notifications going off.
Who do we got?
Mr. Ferris just texted me.
Is he submitting a second question?
He's submitting a second question.
What do we
I
got?
wasn't going to address it, but I'm going to do it because he asked just now while we're recording. He asked, why is your opinion on Lord of the Rings such donkey piss? Hot ass garbage tier decision, head ass. Now, the only reason I'm going to address this is because I previously mentioned Lord of the Rings earlier.
You did.
So I guess I have to announce it. So let me get my movie reviews up. I did write down why I hated it. I gave the Lord of the Rings trilogy, whole thing, a 5 out of 10. Now, okay, first off, that's not even ass shit. 5 out of 10, that's average. That's a 50.
No, average is maybe
5, that's straight in the middle.
maybe 7.
On my scale, that's average movie. That's like right in the middle. But I said the good action, it had good action, but it was boring. Like, all they do is walk and talk, and Frodo, the main character, is just so poor. Like, I don't even know what he's doing, dude. He's just like going mad about the ring. He's just stupid. And then the story was confusing. I don't know what was going on. Dwarves, there was like I don't remember what happened because it was so forgettable. And the pacing was horrible. It was like 1 second the camping and the fighting and the walking, then like in the cave. I don't know what's going on in that movies. I think they're definitely overrated. That wasn't really the question you asked. You asked why is my opinion of it is that way, and that's because it's an opinion, and people have different opinions on different things, and you like it, you don't.
Now, I've never seen Lord of the Rings. I don't have any ambition to watch it.
Good.
I'm just going to say, Thad, your opinion changes very often.
It usually changes within the day. This hasn't changed yet.
It changes very often, very quickly.
This one hasn't changed though, so that's probably permanent.
But I can see how he's doubting your opinion on this, because I doubt your opinion on a lot of things. Your opinion's wrong sometimes, and there are wrong opinions.
Give me one. All right.
Taco Bell breakfast.
Well, what about
Because we talk about that in a past episode. You're dissing Taco Bell breakfast. You're dissing it. You in one of the last podcasts, you bring up, I had Taco Bell breakfast. It was pretty good.
You know what?
And I'm like, well, you've been bashing it for years, and all of a sudden you're a fan? Why?
You know what? I gave it a try, and I had the breakfast crunch wrap, and it was really good.
It's really good.
Maybe because I didn't order the right thing last time I went.
Perhaps, but
Maybe it was a Taco Bell. Maybe I didn't.
I love the videos you send me. You're reviewing something, and
Oh, yeah,
2 seconds later you're like, I really didn't like it, or it's better now.
See, that's why. So for those who don't know, I give quick Snapchat videos of me eating something, and I give my review immediately. Review Bra, great man by the way.
Shout out.
Shout out to Review Bra. Talk about him in a future episode,
Yes.
of course.
He'll be his own episode.
We always poke fun at him for he always eats a lot of it for saying something, but honestly, you have to do that because you really have to get all that tasting before you say what you would think about it.
Yes, but
I'm gonna start doing that now
please do.
because sometimes my opinion changes very quickly. You really gotta get the full experience before you can give an opinion on it. That's my life lesson for today.
I can see where Mr. Ferris is coming with questioning your opinion on a movie saga like that. How many Lord of the Rings movies are there?
It's a trilogy.
Oh, you mentioned that earlier too.
I think there's a second trilogy with a Hobbit, but I'm not watching
Gotcha.
that.
I've never seen it. When did those come out? Like the late 90s?
Early 2000s. I watched the extended versions too, so I had to sit through it extra boring.
What are your thoughts on extended versions of movies? I don't like them.
Friday the 13th I watched recently.
If it's not in the theater, then it's not the movie. That's my
Like
opinion.
basically, the extended version is only the deleted scenes and they just
Yeah.
put it in, but they just have that as extra, you know.
It's not part of the actual movie, though, in my opinion.
Unless it's like the creator's intention that they did want it, but like the company or like theaters said they can't have it to meet deadlines. Then I can see. I want to see the artists, the directors, the writers. I want to see their version of the movie. So, if that is the extended version, the one they want us to see, then I will watch that. But if they just add that on for like to get some more bucks to buy the new disc, They promise it's the
The
extended
special
version.
edition.
That's not the artist. That's just, some fat cat CEO who wants that. But if it's the artist who wants it, I'll do it.
Hoping to capitalize on some dinero coming in.
Speaking of which, the episodes on Spotify that we recently uploaded are extended versions of our podcast, so please check those out. Yes, they are.
Well, what does that mean?
They're extended.
They're unfiltered?
No, they're extended.
Extended how? What did you cut out then put back?
Don't worry about it. Anyway, that's gonna be
I gotta approve these things. This is the committee.
This is the council.
The council. That's a better term. This is the council. Cut that out. This is the council.
Anyway, check those guys out. That's gonna be the end of this podcast. We recorded.
Thanks for listening.
We had a pretty good.
I kind of like this setup.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I like this studio better than the old studio, but
Yeah, it's comfier.
I don't think we can
homier.
fit. I don't think we can fit more than 3 people though. But we'll make it work.
We'll figure it out.
Anyway, thank you for listening, everyone. To our 6 fans, maybe 7 this time.
Maybe.
All right. Also, please make sure to follow my Instagram account, my Twitter account, and our Facebook page.
Comment below.
We do have those up as well. I forgot to mention those previously. And, of course, check it out all Spotify and everything. You know what the hell I'm talking about. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Can I come back now?